Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to all my dear students. Today I am taking biology class. Under that second chapter we are studying second chapter, that is biological classification. We have studied about the different divisions of different kingdom system. So under that we have studied the Monera, and we are studying about the we studied about Protista, and today we are going to study about the fungi. I have started the introduction of fungi. Usually we can see fungi in everywhere, in all the places. They are cosmopolitan in distribution, means they can seen in all over the world, even in air, water and terrestrial condition, marine condition. Wherever you go you can observe the structure of fungi, and I have given common examples of fungi like if you keep a food material like bread and rotten fruits for a long time, you can see the presence of cottony mass on the surface. That is nothing but the fungus, and later they produces the color changes, that which means they started to produce the spores. And some of the fungi are also very useful, like in the production of antibiotics, and some of the fungi are used as a food, for example mushroom and button mushrooms, and these are the different types of edible mushrooms. And even yeast is a unicellular fungi which is used in making bread and beer. Bread ಮತ್ತೆ beer ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Because this is anaerobic fungi which ferment the material. During this fermentation it produces the alcohol, so that it can used in the production of beer or wine, any beverages, that alcoholic beverages usually produced by the addition of yeast. Even in the bread making, to form a fluffy and soft bread, we are adding yeast. So yeast is very good unicellular fungi for used in a food bakery items and for the making of alcoholic beverages. And also some of the fungi are very beautiful to see. They are, for example, skirt fungi, which looks like this. I think you have seen like this. You can see the network like this umbrella shaped structure which form a network like structure. These fungi will call it as skirt fungi. And also some toadstool, which is also a very beautiful fungus, and most of the fungus are non-edible, and they are very toxic. If one consumption the animals may die. They synthesize the toxic material. So only while choosing the mushroom we have to see the history. Most of the mushrooms we are now edible, which are used in olden days. So olden days ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಂಥ ಮಶ್ರೂಮನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. We cannot go for testing the mushroom because most of the mushrooms are very toxic. So we have studied the how the mushrooms are there and where we get the mushroom. We have seen usually the favorable condition for the growth of mushroom is fungi is rainy season. They require large amount of moist content and decaying place. Usually saprophytic ಆಗಿದ್ರಿಂದ they require dead and decaying matter. So they are good decomposers. The fungi are good decomposers. We can see in water water condition, marine condition, in decaying leaves, and in even also in we can see in on the surface of the logs. ಯಾವುದೇ ಮರದ್ದು ದಿಮ್ಮಿಯನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಂಗಸ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಫಂಗೈ, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ ಪ್ಯಾಚಸ್, ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಲರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ಫಂಗಸ್. ಇವನ್ ಇನ್ dung, animal dung, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ we can find the fungal growth, cup shaped fungi ತರ. If you observe the animal dung, like a cow dung, you can find a cup like structure. If you see any dead logs, you can see the structure like this. So like this structure you can see, different patterns you can see like this. You can see like this structures, these are nothing but the fungus. So they are cosmopolitan distribution. And next we'll see the fungal body, how they look. I have explained the long slender filament is called as hyphae, and the network of this hyphae will form the mycelium. The network of this hyphae will form the mycelium. These are the two different level of fungal body. Fungal body to two different levels, that is hyphae. The first unit is hyphae, and hyphae intertwine and form a mass like structure, that will call it as a mycelium. Here few fungus are cenocytic in condition. Cenocytic means the fungal body, the cylindrical or long filamentous structure which contains many nucleus. So they are in multinucleated condition. Multinucleated long slender hyphae without any cross walls is called as cenocytic hyphae, or that condition will call it as cenocyte. Okay, that condition will call it as cenocyte. And few fungus will show the cross walls, and also the cross wall containing and non cross wall containing hyphae septate. This hyphae will call it as, the hyphae with the cross wall is called as septate. That condition we will call it as septate. The hyphae without the cross walls, without the septa, is called as aseptate. Remember what is meant by septate and aseptate? Septate means the fungal or the hyphae containing cross walls or septa is called as septate. That condition we will call it as septate. And the hyphae without any cross walls is called as aseptate. Okay, and this condition is also called as the hyphae with the multinucleated condition without any cross walls is called as cenocytic, which may be asked for 1 marks. What is cenocytic? That may be asked for 1 mark. So just remember what these technical terms are very important. Cenocytic, these are very important terms. Okay, next we'll see how the fungus reproduce. These are the fungal body, and also these basic structure of the fungus, and later on a favorable condition or unfavorable, during the unfavorable condition, favorable condition alli you can see the growth of the hyphae, rich growth of hyphae. Even in plants, new plants alli sa nodidre this rainy season is a favorable condition alla, adakke bekada ashtu neeru minerals ella sigtade. So they show vegetative growth, they grow their body, that is leaves, well developed leaf, stem, roots, that will be developed in favorable condition. Andre rainy season alli ee ella growth agtade. During at the end of the rainy season end aagta iruvaga they start to produce the flowers, that is to withstand the unfavorable condition withstand aguvaga the plant cannot reproduce, so they cannot grow well. So instead they start to reproduce andre they produces the seed. On favorable condition, again this seed will develop and form a new plant. Even though the parent plant may die, these seeds will continue the generation. Same way in fungus also, in a favorable condition they grow, we can see the vegetative growth, that is hyphae will grow or flourish well in a end of the season, when there is a less amount of water, less amount of nutrients, it start to produce the fruiting body. Fruiting body is nothing but the specialized structure which produces the spores. Fruiting body is nothing but the specialized structure present in fungi, as well as we have seen in protista, that is slime molds. We have seen the fruiting body. So even in fungus we can see the fruiting body which produces a large number of spores to continue the generation. Next generation anna continue madlikke idu fruiting body anna develop ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ. Usually we can see this fruiting body in rainy season. At the end of the rainy season or during the rainy season, we can see the presence of this fruiting body, usually at the end of the season. So it takes even though it form a fruiting body, the process of maturation of the spores takes time. So they produce this fruiting body. We can see the reproduction, how reproduction takes place. So the fungi may reproduce by vegetative propagation. They may reproduce by vegetative propagation. I'll explain. They undergo vegetative propagation. Vegetative means the plant body. This plant body or the body of the organism is called as vegetative phase. These are the vegetative structure. So vegetative propagation means these hyphae or the mycelium will break into small pieces, and each pieces may go to other place and develop into a new plant. So the vegetative propagation you have understood. Vegetative means, vegetative phase means the normal body, the vegetative part of the plant, we'll call it as, or the normal plant of the normal body of the fungus is called as vegetative structure. These vegetative structure will break and or reproduce and help to multiply. This propagation means multiplication. So this vegetative structure will break and they multiply the body of the organism. That we'll call it as vegetative propagation. It may takes place by fragmentation. Fragmentation we have studied. Fragmentation means the main vegetative part of the fungi will break into smaller pieces. Each piece will go to some other place. So each part of this vegetative structure will go to some other place. So this is a piece of the hyphae. On favorable condition, they start to grow. They start to grow into a new mycelium like this. So this is a type of reproduction, vegetative reproduction you can see. Then second one is fission. In unicellular fungi like yeast, we can see the fission process. A single cell divide and produce two cells. Again that two cell divide and produce 4 cell. Same way the reproduction takes place by fission. Third one is by budding. A small outgrowth or bud-like structure will be developed on the surface of the vegetative hyphae. We can see the small outgrowth, that we'll call it as a bud. That bud detaches from the hyphae. And again it will grow into a new hyphae. This phase we'll call it as, this type of reproduction is called as budding. Here all these three methods uses the vegetative hyphae. Vegetative means the fungal body is involved in the reproduction. So this type of reproduction we'll call it as vegetative propagation. And second one is asexual method. Asexual method means in asexual method the fungus will produces the spores. From these hyphae it produces a specialized structure From this specialized structure, they bear spores. The different types of spores we can see is sporangiospore. The motile spores produced means motile spores andre if the spore contain a flagella or the tail like structure, they able to move from one place to another. Usually this can be seen in aquatic fungi or the fungi which grow in aquatic condition. So this produces a zoospores. The motile spores are called as zoospores. This is produced inside the body. Okay, we are going to study in detail zoospores, then conidiospores, sporangiospores, aplanospores. These are the different types of asexual spores we can see in fungi. Okay, zoospores, conidiospores, sporangiospores, then aplanospores. These are the different types of spores produced in fungi as a asexual mode of reproduction. Asexual mode of reproduction andre simply from the hyphae we can see the different structure, that is this may be contains sporangiophore. This sporangiophore bears a spore bearing structure called sporangium. Inside that sporangium we can see the spores. So here the fruiting body is developed from the hyphae without any fusion. Without fusion agade spores produce adre adanna asexual spores anta heltare. The single hyphae is involved in the production of the spores, because one more method is asexual spores, asexual method. There also we can see the production of spores. Okay, so next one more important method. First one is vegetative, and one more third method of reproduction is sexual method. In sexual mode of reproduction, it involves two different kinds of spores or two different kinds of gametes, and that will fuse and form a diploid structure, and that diploid structure later develop into later divide and forms a spores, and that spores develop into a new mycelium. This type of involvement of two gametes or two different cell is called as two different hyphae is called as sexual mode of reproduction. Here two different strains of hyphae is present. So they produces two different types of gametes. This is one hyphae of one fungi. Okay, this is a hyphae of another fungi. So that produces a specialized structure that contains spores. Specialized structure called spore like structure. These are nothing but the gametes. This will call it as gamete. Means gamete we have seen male gamete and female gamete. So that will fuse and form a zygote structure. We have studied in your lower classes. Zygote structure ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಎರಡು gamete fuse ಆಗಿ zygote ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ zygote later develop ಆಗಿ new plant ಆಗ್ತದೆ. But here zygote most of the plant body is haploid. Well, let me see what is haploid and diploid condition. Haploid andre the organism or the cell containing single set of chromosome. This is a cell which contain single set of chromosome is called as haploid cell. Haploid andre the cell containing single set of chromosome. You have studied about the chromosome. In human beings, how many chromosomes are there? 23 pairs of chromosome. Total 46 irtade. 23 pairs irtade. Andre total 46 irtade. So each 23 is a pair. 23 is a set of chromosome. Here haploid condition means only 23 ಮಾತ್ರ chromosomes idre, I am taking the cells of human beings. In our body also we can produce the gametes like egg and sperms. So here each that gametes contain a single set of chromosomes. So these single set containing cells are called as gametes. Okay. Single set of chromosome containing cells are called as gametes. Only in gametes we can see the single set of chromosome in higher organism, but in case of fungi the plant body itself is haploid in condition. Haploid ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ cells ಅಲ್ಲಿ. If you consider multicellular, okay, ಎಲ್ಲ cell ಅಲ್ಲಿ single set of chromosome ಇರ್ತದೆ. So they are haploid in condition. So they do not undergo any reduction division. ಅಂದರೆ mitosis, meiosis, you have studied two types of division, cell division, right? Meiosis, these are the two types of cell division, right? Mitosis you have studied, simple fission, simple cell division, we'll call it as a mitosis. In meiosis what happens, the cell divide and the divided or the daughter cell which contains a single set of chromosome. For example, ಈಗ ಒಂದು diploid ಇದೆ. Usually one set of chromosome is represented as n, so n plus n forms 2n. Okay, one single set of chromosome ಅನ್ನ n ಅಂತ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So two set of chromosomes ಸೇರಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ 2n. So here I will write this cell contain two set of chromosome. Under meiotic division what happens, meiotic division usually 4 cells are formed. First they undergo reduction division. Okay, so they produces two daughter cells. Here 2n diploid cell undergo meiotic division or meiosis. They produce two cells which contains single set of chromosome. Usually in each meiotic division 4 cell form ಆಗ್ತದೆ, that you are going to study in later classes. Just I am explaining what is haploid and what is diploid, how they are produced. So in 2n cell diploid cell meiotic division ಆದರೆ 2 daughter cells ಆಗ್ತದೆ. 2 daughter cells what they contain single set of chromosome, and these single set of chromosome containing cells are called as haploid cells. Okay, understood? Haploid cells andre single set of chromosome anna hondirtade. Diploid andre they contain two set of chromosomes. So here the plant body, all the fungal body contains single set of chromosomes, so they are haploid in condition. So they produce simple mitotic division and produces a gametes, that is that they are of opposite strain. ಅಂದರೆ opposite strain ಇರಬೇಕು. Sometimes it may be mentioned as a plus and minus, sometimes it represent as a positive and negative. So or male and female gametes are represented. In higher organism male ಮತ್ತು female gamete ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ represent ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. In lower organism we cannot differentiate male and female fungus, so they simply mention it as a positive and negative strain or positive and negative gametes. So these haploid gametes will produce, fuse and form a single structure. These two gametes will fuse and form a diploid cell, that will call it as a zygote. These are two gametes. These two are gametes which fuse and form a diploid structure called zygote. Zygote later give rise to different kinds of spores. We'll study that one by one. Before that, the sexual reproduction involves 3 main steps. They involves in fungal sexual reproduction, it involves 3 main steps. We'll study one by one. First method is fusion of protoplast or plasmogamy. Plasmogamy means fusion of protoplast. Fusion of protoplast is called as plasmogamy. Here two gametes are involved. Here two gametes are there, say positive or negative, male or female gamete. We consider it as a male or female gametes. These are nucleus. What happens? They fuse. Next step, so they fuse these protoplasts. These are nothing but this fluid material is called as protoplast, and it contains nucleus. Outerly it is covered by cell membrane. Cell membrane ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಒಳಗೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರೋಟೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತೇವೆ. ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ like this structure. So this fusion will call it as a fusion of protoplast, and this step will call it as a plasmogamy. Plasmogamy. After plasmogamy, what happens? The fusion of nucleus takes place. Fusion of this nucleus, may positive or negative or opposite gametes. The fusion of nucleus of opposite gametes are called as karyogamy. That is fusion of nucleus. So here they contain diploid gametes, and they contain this nucleus will fuse. It form a single large structure. This will fuse and form a nucleus. This is nothing but a karyogamy. Means fusion of the nucleus, and it form a diploid structure, diploid cell called zygote. This fusion of nucleus which form a special structure called zygote, and this zygote later undergo meiotic division. They undergo meiosis. Meiosis very important. Here the plant body, the fungal body is haploid condition. Haploid condition ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, so diploid cell which give rise to diploid hyphae ಅದು stable ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. So they undergo meiotic division. So it produce, the spores should produce the haploid hyphae. Haploid hyphae ಅನ್ನೇ ಅದು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ zygote meiotic division ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. So they produces the spores, many spores. This zygote undergo meiotic division and produces spores. They undergo meiotic division and produces a many cell, and that later develop into a spores with a thick covering anna hondirtade. So that it can withstand the adverse condition. ಈ thick covering ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, protect ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. It can stay for a long time or over a year. These spores can live for a long time and resist the adverse conditions. So by this process we can see the sexual mode of reproduction. So it involves first step is plasmogamy. Fusion of protoplast takes place. Two gametes involved in the sexual reproduction. So these two gametes will undergo plasmogamy, means fusion of protoplast. After protoplast fusion, they undergo fusion of nucleus. That process will call it as karyogamy, and later So this plasmogamy after karyogamy takes place means fusion of the nucleus, and after fusion of nucleus zygote will be formed, and that zygote is diploid in condition. It is diploid in condition. They undergo meiotic division and produce a spores, and different types of sexual spores are produced, that is oospores, ascospores and basidiospores. These are the three different types of sexual spores. The spores produced by the sexual method. Here it is these spores differentiate between with the asexual spores. Asexual spores ke matte ee spores ke ತುಂಬ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟು ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ oospores, ascospores and basidiospores are produced after the meiotic division of zygote. Depending on the organism, different types of spores are produced depending on the organism. Okay, different kinds of fungi we can see. Depending on the organism, we can see different types of the sexual spores. Okay, here the mating takes place in between the two compatible hyphae. Two compatible hyphae. Here the mating takes place between the two compatible hyphae. The hyphae without any compatibility means they should adjust to one another. They should have a similarity between the hyphae, between the same species. Different species idu hyphae ottige adu fuse agudilla. If you take a rhizopus as an example, it will the hyphae fusion takes place between the rhizopus. Two different hyphae of the rhizopus. Rhizopus idu two different strains ittade. Different strains means variety. Strains are different variety iruva hyphae madhya matra adu gametes anna exchange ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. So two compatible hyphae that you are going to study in higher classes. ಈಗ ಅಷ್ಟು ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೇಡ. So compatible hyphae will come together. I'll briefly explain that. Okay, here the two compatible hyphae which is of same species come together. Okay, this is I'm giving an example of rhizopus. So they protrude and start to produce a gamete. Okay, like this. ಈ gamete ಅನ್ನು produce ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. Compatible hyphae will come in contact and they produces the gametes, and in later stages these two gametes will fuse and form a zygote. Okay, this form a zygote, and this zygote will have a thick outer covering ಇರ್ತದೆ, and that zygote later undergo meiotic division and produce different kinds of spores. But in some cases they have a intertwining stage. In between the fusion there is a intertwining stage. Here after plasmogamy, karyogamy takes place. Okay, so after plasmogamy what happens, some of the gametes will not fuse their nucleus. So they will not immediately fuse this nucleus. Plasmogamy are the immediate nucleus fusion ಆಗ್ತದೆ. But in some cases we cannot see the immediate fusion of these two nucleus. ಈ two nucleus ಅನ್ನ fusion ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. So that produces a specialized structure, the cell containing two nucleus, that is n plus n, ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ n ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ 2n ಫಾರ್ಮಿಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ 2 ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಎರಡು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಇದ್ದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರ್ತದೆ ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ process will call it as dikaryosis. This process is called as dikaryosis or this cell is dikaryotic cell. The cell containing 2 nucleus is called as dikaryotic cell, and this phase, the intermediate phase between the plasmogamy and karyogamy is called as dikaryotic phase. Dikaryotic, the phase seen in between the plasmogamy and karyogamy is called as dikaryotic phase. This phase we'll call it as dikaryotic phase and the cell we'll call it as dikaryotic cell. Okay, so the process we'll call it as dikaryosis. ಆ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಆ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಡೈಕ್ಯಾರಿಯೋಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತೇವೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಜನ್ನು ಡೈಕ್ಯಾರಿಯೋಟಿಕ್ ಫೇಸ್, we can see plasmogamy phase, karyogamy phase. Same way this phase we'll call it as dikaryotic phase, and the cell dikaryotic cell which contain 2 nucleus n plus n formal irtade. So later they fuse and form a diploid zygote. The later after sometimes it will take time for the fusion, so that process will call it as dikaryotic phase. Okay, based on the production of spores, these spores and their mode, morphology, based on their morphology, that is outer structure, based on the sexual reproduction and based on the spore structure, this fungus further divided into different types, that is Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Deuteromycetes. Based on the morphology and production of spores, sexual mode of reproduction, and based on the spore production, the fungi may be divided into 4 different types, that is Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes and Deuteromycetes. We are going to study one by one. Okay, next first we'll study about the Phycomycetes. Usually they grow in aquatic condition, damp soil and wood. They are produced on the dead and decaying matters, and they usually saprophytic in condition. All the fungi show saprophytic as well as parasitic condition. Saprophytic andre before that all the fungus are heterotrophic in nature. I have told in the first introduction part, heterotrophic nature alli irtade. We cannot see any photosynthetic or autotrophic nature in the fungus. So heterotrophic agirodrinda either it may be saprophytic or it may be parasitic. Andre saprophytic means which may live on dead and decaying matter, or it may live on the surface of the live inside the plant or animal body to get the nutrition. In addition to that, we can see few fungus which show symbiotic association. These are different kinds of interaction, parasitic interaction, symbiotic interaction. These are different kind of interaction. Interaction andre the contact or the their function between or their contact, how they behave between the two organisms, that will call it as interaction. So that interaction, based on the interaction, fungus we can see in symbiotic association. Before going to the Phycomycetes, we will study what is symbiotic association. So few fungus show symbiotic association. Symbiotic association. Here the symbiotic association means here both the organism, there is a contact between the two organisms, and here it's both the organisms will get the benefits. In symbiotic association, what happens? Both the organism will get benefit. One organism will depend on other, and other organism also depend on this particular organism, and both exchange their physiological function, or both exchange some material, so they become symbiotic. So some of the example for symbiotic association in fungi are, first one, lichens. Lichen is a special type of symbiotic association between the algae and fungi. Lichens are the organism which is having a symbiotic or mutualistic association between the algae and fungi. Here the fungi gives required nutrients or water source to the fungi, and fungi is autotrophic in nature. They produce their own food and give to the fungi. So we can see both the organism get benefited, both depend on one another, and this type of association we call it as symbiotic association. And one more we can see, mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza. This is also very important type of symbiotic association seen between the fungus and higher plant root. Fungi and plant roots. Here in the root system, this is a root system, right? Here the root system is surrounded by fungus. We can see this type of association in most of the higher plants. Higher plants only we can see this type of association, and this association we'll call it as, this specialized structure we'll call it as mycorrhiza. Here the fungi gives necessary nutrition like phosphorus content to the roots, and plant root gives food and shelter as well as nutrients to the fungi. Fungi, they are heterotrophic in nature, so they require food, and that food supply is done by the higher plants. So these two organisms get benefited, and this type of association we'll call it as symbiotic association. So parasitic andre, parasitic hegirtade? Parasitic means they organism which live on the other organism. These organism will not directly kill the organism. Instead, they draw the nutrition, whatever nutrition is present in the living organism, that is absorbed by this parasitic organism. For example, some fungi which causes diseases in plants. ಈಗ leaf rust ಎಲ್ಲ cause ಮಾಡ್ತದಲ್ಲ, causes leaf rust, right? Leaf rust anna cause ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. In wheat we can see the leaf rust caused by Puccinia. I have given example. This is a leaf of a wheat. We can see the patches of reddish brown patches on the surface of the leaf, that this fungus will draw or absorb the nutrition and will kill the cells around their ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. ಆ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೋ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಸೆಲ್ಸನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರುವ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಯೆಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ So they partially destruct the other organism, partial agi destruct ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. So as their number increases in a plant, finally the plant will not get any nutrition, later it will die or it will start to give less yield. Wheat ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಆದರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಲೀಫ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಸರಿ ಆಗದಿದ್ರೆ there is no production of flowers or wheat grain production ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಲೀಫ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಲಕ್ಸುರಿಯಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಗ್ರೋ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಸೊ that will give the nutrients or they can give the production, they can stimulate the production of fruit production ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಿಮ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಲೀಫಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಲೀಫ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಫುಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗೋದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಲೀಫ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಫುಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಲೀಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಟು ದ ಫ್ರೂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಆರ್ ಎನಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ರೂಟ್ಸ್, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಫುಡ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ರೂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ದೆರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇನ್ ಲೀಫ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ they decreases the yield. Even in our in higher animal body, we can also see the effect, this fungal growth as a parasite. So I have told ringworm, in ringworm it is caused by the it is a fungal infection that will partially or completely draw the nutrition from the plant. These are the two different types of associations we can see, fungal association. And one more I have told, saprophytic. Saprophytic will not affect on any other organism. Saprophytic organism. Saprophytic means which may grow on the dead and decaying matter. Dead ಮತ್ತೆ decaying matter ಮೇಲೆ grow ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Usually almost all the fungus will grow as a saprophytic in nature. They show saprophytic nature, saprophytic type of nutrition. In ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, this type of organism usually called as decomposers. ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮನ್ನು ಡಿಕಂಪೋಸರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Decomposers are nothing but which decompose or which degrade the organic material. Organic material, ಈಗ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಎನಿಮಲ್ ಡೆತ್ ಆದರೆ their plant body or the body should degrade ಅಥವಾ ಅದು ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ ಆಗೋದು? by this microorganism, fungi, protista, as well as fungi, protista and bacteria will do the decomposition process in the environment. So they will act as a natural scavengers. Scavengers andre nature anna clean madudu. So they are natural scavengers which clean our environment by degrading this organic material. Ee organic material yaake degrade ಆಗಬೇಕು? to fix that nutrients into the soil. Soil ಗೆ direct ಆಗಿ plants organic matter ಅನ್ನು absorb ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. they absorb, they are inorganic form like phosphorus, direct nitrogen ಅಂತ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದು absorb ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್, ಫ್ಯಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ it is not able to absorb. So for that this decomposition process play a very important role. Okay, next we'll move to the next fungi, that is Phycomycetes. Okay, understood about the different concept, that is symbiotic and what is lichen, mycorrhiza and saprophytic and parasitic. You understood the definitions. Okay, next we'll move to the Phycomycetes. These Phycomycetes are nothing, are a type of fungi which shows the body, vegetative body like that of algae. Phyco refers to the algae. The term phyco refers to algae. Mycota refers to fungi. The fungi body which may show like that of algal body ಹೇಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಅದರ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ that type of fungus is grouped as a Phycomycetes. Okay, next we'll move to the Phycomycetes which contain algal like body. So they are called as Phycomycetes. So here these usually grow in aquatic form. ಯೂಶಲಿ ಅಕ್ವಾಟಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ಅಕ್ವಾಟಿಕ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೋ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟಿಕ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್. Saprophytic in nature. Most of the algae is saprophytic, which grow on dead and decaying matter, that is on the food materials athava on logs, on the surface of the logs, plant tree logs irtadalla adra surface alli athava cow dungs, there we can see the growth of the fungus, saprophytic. And some of them are obligate parasite. Obligate parasite. Obligate means the complete dependent. Without the dependent, this organism will not live. They completely dependent on the other organism. With the absence or with the death of that organism, these parasite or these fungi will die. So that type of association of parasitic animals is called as obligate parasites. One more type is there, facultative parasite. One more facultative anta innondu type of parasites ide. So without the absence of host, here the organism on which these fungi will grow is that organism, will call it as host. For example, plant mele grow adre that plant will act as a host ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಅಥವಾ ಎನಿಮಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಆ ಎನಿಮಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫಂಗಸ್. the organism which grow on other organism, that other organism will call it as host. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿದೌಟ್ ದ absence of host, these fungi or the organism may live independently. ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಹ ಅದು ಲೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಗ್ರೋ ಆನ್ ದ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ಗ್ರೋ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದು ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲದಿದ್ದರೆ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗ್ರೋ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಬ್ಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಸೈಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೂ. ಇಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಸ್ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಗ್ರೋತ್. ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕಿರ್ತದೆ. ವಿದೌಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ದೀಸ್ algae or this fungi will not live. ಈ fungi live ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. So this type of association, this type of feature of a fungi is called as obligate parasite. Obligate parasite. Here they contain multinucleated aseptate means without any septa. The hyphae is aseptate and cenocytic in nature. They are aseptate and cenocytic in nature. Aseptate andre without any cross wall. Cenocytic in means multinucleated condition. A multinucleated without any cross walls, that condition we'll call it as cenocytic. Here the hyphae is aseptate and cenocytic in condition. So they may be branched or unbranched and they are multinucleated. So multinucleated condition, that is nothing but a multicellular structure only, because they contain nucleus. There is nuclear division, but the cross wall will not be formed. ಅಥವಾ plasma protoplast division ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. only nucleus divide ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So that nucleus will increase the protoplasm. ಮಾತ್ರ protoplast separation ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೀಗೆ hyphae grow ಆಗ್ತದಲ್ಲ. So this is a hyphae. If you consider this is as a hyphae, the nucleus will divide and that will increase the protoplast material. But this protoplast will not get separated. ಈ ಥರ separation ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. So this condition will call it as cenocytic and they are multicellular condition ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ. So here they produce asexual spores. They undergo fragmentation, vegetative mode of reproduction also. Some of the rhizopus also will grow as a vegetative propagation, grow by vegetative propagation. Okay, the spores, asexual spores are zoospores, sporangiospores, sporangiosperms and aplanospores. We can see the sporangiosperms and aplanospores and as well as zoospores. Some of the organism will produce motile spores. That type of spore will called as zoospore, and it produces sporangiospores and aplanospores. These are different types of asexual spores produced. And we can also see, sexual mode of reproduction. Sexual mode of reproduction is also there. Here in sexual mode of reproduction, two different gametes will fuse and these two gametes may be in similar structure. Their morphology may be similar. If you consider the fusion of gametes, the similar type of gamete, this looks similar, right? This similar type of gametes will fuse and produce zygote. So this type of fusion will call it as, this type of gametes, this type of fusion between two similar gametes is called as isogamous condition. Isogamous condition. In isogamous, and iso means similar. Similar type of gametes will fuse and form a zygote, and that process of fusion between two similar gametes will call it as isogamous. And one more type is there, two dissimilar type of gametes. Some may be round shaped, or sometime it may contain flagella, or both the gamete may contain flagella, but of two dissimilar gametes. The fusion takes place between two dissimilar gametes. Morphologically athava structurally difference irtade. So fusion between two different structured gametes, that fusion will call it as, that is also gives zygote. And this fusion between two different morphologically different gametes, that type of fusion will call it as anisogamous. Anisogamous, the fusion between two dissimilar gametes, that process will call it as anisogamous type of fusion or anisogamous sexual reproduction. And one more type is there, oogamous type of sexual reproduction. Here in oogamous, well developed type of sexual reproduction, which is also seen in higher organism, where you can see large egg. This is large egg. Here we can differentiate egg and sperm, and small motile sperm. Okay, the fusion between the large egg and motile very small sperm, the fusion takes place between these two gametes are called as, produces zygote, and this process will call it as oogamous type of reproduction. This oogamous type of fusion or oogamous type of sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction we can see three types: isogamous, anisogamous, oogamous. Isogamous alli enaagtade, two similar structured gametes fuse ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ two dissimilar structured gamete will fuse. Here plus and negative ಆಗಿ differentiate ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ size ಅಥವಾ shape ಅಲ್ಲಿ differentiate ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. But here we can see morphology, size and even their internal structure also varies. So we can differentiate into egg and sperm. Motile, here this egg is non-motile and this sperm is motile. The fusion takes place between the static egg and motile sperm. That fusion will call it as oogamous type of sexual reproduction. Okay, next we'll continue with the example and further types of the fungi. Thank you all my dear students.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.